What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Judas Priest. Yes, indeed, Judas Priest fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bobbidi-bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Brett Beyer, and it was also the winner of the Premier Tier Patreon Request Prioritization Poll, winning with 68% of the vote, moving up from number 754 in the queue, straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. They all want to see me react to this. It is Judas Priest with a tune called Hell Patrol. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. Believe it or not, this is off, what was the name of the album? Painkiller. This is off the Painkiller album, which I've never heard. So, yeah, believe it or not, I have not heard the song as far as I know. Having said that, there is always a possibility that I might have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Just a brief summary of how we're here. I still am a big fan of Judas Priest. I'm starting to get back into them. I was a big fan of them in my youth. Loved every album I heard. I actually got started on Screaming for Vengeance, and I worked my way backwards and I worked my way forwards. I got to Turbo and I absolutely hated it. I could not stand that album. And I thought to myself, oh, okay, it's just one album. Maybe they were just trying something a little different. You know, maybe they learned their lesson and we'll move forward. Nope, they released Ram It Down. And I was like, well, if this is the trend that they're gonna take from now on, I'm done with them. I want nothing to do with them. So I stopped listening to Judas Priest moving forward. I still listen to all the older albums, but I haven't listened to anything from them since before I started the channel. Now, ever since I started the channel, there have been a few songs, including Painkiller, that I've heard that have really kind of been like, oh, they did learn their lesson after all. So yeah, from what I understand, this song comes off the Painkiller album, and I'm looking forward to listening to it. Let's see, this was posted by Judas Priest, okay? And the video has 234,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Judas Priest, Hell Patrol, official audio. Wah, wah, wah.
Damn it.
Yeah, there's that word official coming off of their official page. Yeah, you know what I'm going to say, so I'm not going to say it. Look, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens and hope for the best, all right? All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Okay. chorus. We could really use some harmonies there. What were the notes again? That would fit. Yeah, if we go down. I bet that would fit really well. Let me try. I may have to go up an octave. I haven't warmed up, so I don't know how good this is going to be. It's probably going to be pretty tragic. Bear with me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. I think he's saying the Hell Patrol. I think that's what he's saying. Oh, that, man, I think if they were to take Rob's voice and have it do the harmonies, oh God, that would sound epic. That would sound epic. Don't get me wrong, it sounds good just the way it is. It does sound just fine. But like if they were to add that harmony on top, oh, take it to a whole nother level. Okay, man, this song started off with absolutely no warning. Just bow! Followed up with those 16th notes on the snare. Da 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 bow. Da 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 bow. Da 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 bow. Da 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 bow. Man, they're driving. It's got a nice kind of not quite a shuffle, but definitely a backbeat feel to it. It's nice. It's got the backbeat feel, but still pushing forward. I like that. I really, really like that. Chordally, pretty simple. Bone. We're in B, if I'm not mistaken.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
We're in B. Yep. To D, to A, back to B, up to D, down to A, down to F sharp, back up to the B, up to the D, down to the A, to the G, to the A, to the F sharp, to the G, to the A, to the B. Yeah, it's not hard. It's a pretty simple riff. But like I've always said on the channel, simple can be effective when it's done right. And this is done right, without question. I love how they hold off on going to the G. It's so tempting to go to that 6. It really is. You know, from the B to the D, to the A, to the B, up to the D, down to the G would be just fine, and G to the A to the B would sound, you know, just as fine, but they hold off. And instead of going to the G, they go to the F sharp instead. They go to the 5th. Smart. They really make you wait until you get that payoff of going to the 6, to the 7, to the root. I like it. Short chorus. Really short chorus. Short and sweet and to the point. It definitely works. It definitely works. Let's keep going here. Oh man, could really use those harmonies. Okay, bridge. Were there 3 voicings? I heard the harmonizing, I heard the thirds, but then over the top, I think I heard the octave. Hold on, one. Now, that could be a ghost. Those could be ghost notes. Hold on, that could be an illusion. No, they're there. Those are... Oh. Sneaky. That progression that we just heard. Oh, they're moving up. They're moving up the scale 1 note. So, oh. I think that's it. Hold on. B, C sharp, D, A sharp, D, C sharp, B, C sharp, D, C sharp, D, E, D, E, F sharp, E, F sharp, G. Now we go down, going arpeggiating down. F sharp, D, B, D, F sharp, C sharp, A, F sharp, D? Yeah, D, B. Okay, so. Easy enough. Easy enough. Very nicely done. Very, very well thought out. I love the kind of throwback to classical motifs, moving up notes within the scale and coming back to the next note up in the scale with each progression. So they move up a third and go down. Move up a third and go down, but they move up 1 note up the scale as the starting note of the progression each time. I love that. I love that. And then the arpeggiation down. Very nice. Very nicely done. Would I say impressive? Impressive in execution? No. I mean, I just picked it up and did it. It's not hard to do. But give credit where credit's due. They thought of doing it. They put the thought in and they said, let's do this. You don't hear too many bands do that. That I will absolutely give them credit for that. Impressive in theory, impressive in application. Not so much impressive in execution. It's pretty simple to do, but it still sounds really good. Some really cool things happening just in the last minute. Some really cool things happening. So yeah, man, this middle section is nice. Really, really nice. Yep. Back to the beginning. Whoa! I got chills. I gotta hear that again. No, I don't care. Hey, it's my show. If I want to go back, we're gonna go back. Oh my goodness, the range, and more importantly than the range, I've I've heard Rob get up there before. I've heard him go higher than that before. But the power and the projection on that part. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Nice harmonics area. Wow. Nice harmonics. Nice. Oh, man, that's a short song. Too short. They could have gone for another minute with that, and I would have been perfectly fine. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, I need to think about this. I definitely need to think about this. What I really want to do is I want to listen to this again from start to finish without stopping. That's what I really want to do. But I can't do that because if I do, that might influence my thoughts and that might influence my score. And I don't want that to happen. So I do want to listen. I'm going to listen to this again. Like as soon as I've done filming this episode, I'm going to take a small break and I'm going to listen to this song again, maybe twice, possibly twice. All right, let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Judas Priest with Hell Patrol. This was a request from Brett Byer, and it was also the winner of the Premier Tier Patreon Request Prioritization Poll, winning with 68% of the vote. Moving from number 754 in the queue, straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. All right. Before we get to the scores, I have to do this every video for the month of March. I got to do this because I got to make sure that I give everybody a chance to see and hear this explanation at least once. So I don't have to do it in April and May. So I'm just going to do it every single video for the month of March, and hopefully everybody watches at least one video on the channel during the month, so everybody will get the same message. So here's the message. We are going back to the old scoring system. We've already made the application. It's already being used. So I got absolutely no problem with that. Listen, you guys voiced your concerns. You voiced your opinions. We had the poll. Clearly, you guys want the old scoring system back because almost 2/3 of the people on the channel wanted the old scoring system back. So here we are, old scoring system. Perfectly fine with that. I got no issue with that. I did say during the live stream that if we were going to go back to the old scoring system, there was going to have to be some changes. Reason being is the number one reason people were not a big fan of going to the 5-star system is there was and a lot of people voiced this concern. And I'm not dismissing it, but a lot of people were saying that, you know, there was going to be too many songs and too many bands that all got 4 stars. There wasn't going to be enough differentiation. And I can see that. I can absolutely see that. That is an absolutely valid argument without question. Here's the thing though. That's already happening. We already have that problem. If you look at the scores that I've given on the channel through the history of the channel from the very beginning to where we are now, roughly 2/3 of the scores that I give on the channel fall between the scores of 7.4 and 8.6. Okay, roughly. I don't have exact numbers, but roughly 2/3 fall between those 13 scores. Now I know the first thing everybody's going to say, well, that's 13 different scores, not 5. You're right about that, but let's think about this mathematically. Out of a 5-star rating, 1 rating would only be 20%. So 4 stars would only be a 20% gap, right? 13 scores. You're right. It's 13 different scores out of 100. That means it's only a 13% gap. It's actually a smaller gap than the 20% gap. Yeah, we have a serious problem with the old scoring system. The only solution to that is, and I said this during the live stream, the solution to that problem is I gotta get tougher. I gotta get harder. I gotta make it more difficult to get those 7s, 8s, and 9s and really and truly make 5 the middle guard, the middle line. That's it. That's the average right there. Middle of the road. 5.0. That needs to be hammered in. And I'm doing it. I'm absolutely doing it. What's the result? Lots of scores that are a lot lower than people are used to hearing. But it is creating a lot more variety in the scoring, believe me. It has been working so far, and I have no problem doing it. And it's doing the job. It's doing the deed. So keep in mind, I am going to be a lot tougher now. So yeah, when I give your favorite song not a 9 or an 8 or even a 7, don't lose your minds. It's not bad. You'll see what I mean. Now, second thing I have to explain is this. The whole reason I went to a 5-star system was to make things a little more easy to understand and comprehend. Well, people in the comments and people during the live stream were suggesting, well, why don't I do more than just one scoring system? Have a scoring system, but also give it an explanation of this way and this way. And I said, you know what? That's actually a great idea. So I have 4 different ways to explain the exact same score. The plus side, more people are going to comprehend, more people are going to understand, and hopefully less miscommunication and less people being triggered and angry over misconception and miscommunication and misunderstanding. That's the pro side. The downside, more time, longer videos, more of me talking. Sorry, but that's what we got to do. This is the compromise. So, here we go. Having said all of that, and I know it's on really on a scale of 0.0 to 9.9. I know that's what it is, but folks, 1 to 10 rolls off the tongue way easier than 0.0 to 9.9. So we're keeping that. So on a scale of 1 to 10, deal with it. I'm gonna give that an 8.5. Yep, 8.5. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
All right, first things first, an 8.5. What does that mean? Well, it's an 8.5 numerical grade, which translates to a great score. It's getting a great scale, okay? It also would equate out to a 4-star rating, and it would equate, for letter grade people, it would equate out to an A-, a very high A-, the highest you can get. The A- cutoff is 8.5. So yeah, it's the highest A- you can get before we go up into the A range. So yeah, an 8.5, which equals a great score, which equals 4 out of 5 stars, which equals an A-. Now, how did we get here? Well, let me tell you, let me explain it to you. I made the comment several times during the course of the reaction that the riffs, the chordal progressions, very simple, very easy to follow, right? I did say that, and I know people are going to take that the wrong way. Oh, it's a backhanded compliment. No, it's not a backhanded compliment. It is a reality. Guys, it's a simple riff. It is, okay? Having said that, like I have said literally thousands of times on the channel, simple can be effective when it's done properly. And folks, this was done properly. My goodness, that riff, it's just the way the song started, just on the B, up to the D, down to the B. Here's the thing, what made that so effective, it wasn't so much what was happening with the guitar and the bass, it's all about the drums there. It's all about the drummer on that snare with that 16th note pattern. Like a machine gun fire. My goodness. Constant, driving, pushing, Whether you want to come along for the ride or not, the drummer does not care. They're gonna grab you by the scruff of the neck with one hand and by the seat of your pants with the other, and they're going to carry you like a duffel bag through security. Doesn't matter if you want to go or not, it's gonna make you go. So I love that, man. I love that. I love the drummer's approach on that. The progression is simple. It is easy to follow, which makes it very easy to enjoy. It's very relatable. It's easy to mimic. It's easy, most importantly, to remember. B to the D to the A, back to the B to the D to the A to the F sharp, skipping the G, making you wait. B to the D to the A to the G, which was nice. Finally, we get to the G, up to the A to the F sharp, back to the G to the A, resolving back to the B again. Man, nice. Nice. Got no problem with it. No problem with it at all. Chorus, surprisingly short in length, comparatively to other songs we've heard from Judas Priest in the past, where the chorus is like twice as long as that. So a little bit of a departure from what they normally do, but unpleasant. Not unpleasant at all. Made you go, wait, chorus is already over? I hope they come back and do that again. And of course they do. They always do. The guitar solos, really nice. That harmonizing guitar solo, very sneakily adding in that third voice on the octave. I almost didn't catch it. I was hearing something. I thought maybe it might have even been like, subharmonics or overtones or ghost notes even. But no, the second time I went back and listened, I was listening for the picking. I was listening for the attack, and it was there. It was clearly there. So, nope, that was not a mistake. That was absolutely 100% intentional, and I loved it. Smart thinking on their part for the solo. Coming out of the solo, I'm gonna save that. Let's see, what else? Coming out actually towards the end of the solo, the progression that they did, moving up and raising the bar. So you basically play a riff, B, C sharp, D, A sharp, D, C sharp, B. Now here we go. B, C sharp, D, C sharp, D, E, D, E, F sharp, G. Each time they start the riff on the next note up the scale. So we're constantly ascending. You move up 2 steps, take a step back. Move up 2 steps, take a step back. Move up 2 steps, take a step back. Constantly ascending, okay? Until we get to the apex. And then we arpeggiate down. I thought that was cool. I know it's not hard. I know it's not a difficult thing. And classical music does that a lot. And you just pick the composer. It doesn't matter who you pick. They're going to do that. Not something that you hear in metal too much, though. Not to the best of my knowledge. Maybe I'm just not listening to the right bands, but to the best of my knowledge, I haven't really heard a whole lot of bands do that. But very well done and very well thought out and very well placed. I'm not giving them credit for the execution because, like I said, the execution, it's not hard. But the thought process, thinking about putting that progression in there and putting it in the right place. Yeah, I'll absolutely give them credit for that. That was impressive thinking. So yeah. The biggest thing for me was Rob Halford's vocals. Now, I remember when I did my Painkiller reaction, I was really impressed by what I heard from him on the vocal end. I was really, really pleasantly surprised what I heard from him. This song took his vocals to a new level. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you folks, I think the vocals on this song were more impressive than the vocals that he did on Painkiller. That is not to say that I did not enjoy his vocal work on Painkiller. I absolutely did. I still stand by the fact that I think it was impressive. This was more impressive. The power, the delivery. We had it in Painkiller, but not as much. He took it to a whole new level on this song. And it was so good, I had to go back and listen to it again because I was just blown away by how much power and projection, his delivery, his approach was unlike anything I think I've ever heard from Rob. Even going back to the old days, going back to like listening to Victim of Changes, for example. I don't even think his power on Victim of Changes was as strong as it was here. Now this was a whole new level. Last thing, I made the comment during the chorus, it could really use some harmonies. Still stand by that. Did that affect the score? No, that's just my personal opinion. I think harmonies would really sound good there if it was Rob doubling his own voice. Don't try to have, Glenn do it. Don't try to have anybody else do it. Just take Rob's voice, double it, and then move it up the notes, or have him sing it himself and then, layer it. I think that'd be the best thing to do. Honestly, I don't see anybody else's voice really blending with his in any way that would sound conducive and sound effective. So, yeah, but I think harmonies would definitely have added to the song in a positive way. But I don't think they were needed. I don't think it was necessary. I don't think the song is missing anything because they're not there. That's just my personal opinion. I think it would make it sound better. But that's just me, and that's just my opinion. It did not affect the score at all, okay? Just want to be very clear about that. Overall, very nice song. A lot of fun to listen to. This is going on playlists. Driving for sure. Gym, yeah, definitely. Driving, I gotta be careful. This is a song I could absolutely see myself getting in trouble with, without question. Next thing I know, I got this song on. We hit those apex vocals that I love, and I look dead at my speedometer, and I'm doing 120. And I look behind me, I'm like, oh, there are the cars with the flashing lights on top of their hoods. There they are. Oh, man. I'm going to jail. But in any case, fun listen. Absolutely, without question. And like I said, 8.5 without question. Absolutely deserving that score. So, to sum it up, for everybody that's paying attention, hopefully you can get one of these 4 ways, because if you can't, I can't help you, okay? Look, I'm giving you 4 different versions of the exact same score. Pick one of them to internalize. And if you can't, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't help you. Maybe you should think about going and finding another channel to watch, because this is clearly not the channel for you. So, in summary, 8.5, great score. 4 out of 5 stars, A- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care. Whichever one floats your boat. Final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.